SML, we are live for playoff football. The New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles are gonna square off. QB Stud and the Mad Bomber. I'm Primetime, joined by the Mike FML. What's going on, dude?
Ready to see an exciting game. This should be a fun one to watch since QB is obviously not the league's favorite child, but the threat that Bomber poses is a real one for a 7-10 team going against a 14-3 winner there. But we'll see how this one goes. Should be fun to watch.
Yeah, it should be fun to watch. I remember in real NFL years ago, I think it was the Saints and the Seahawks. The Seahawks were 7-9 in the playoffs, and they had the beast mode run and beat the Saints. Maybe the Saints can be that team today and win as an underdog.
I'm not going to go out on that limb and say that'll be the case, but I'm certainly not writing QB's ability off here. He is a proven winner. He is a Simbardi champion, so he definitely knows how to play the game. We'll see if he can actually make it happen, though.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting game. Obviously, Bomber. I think I was told he's on a 13-game. Check that 13-game win streak. Any way he loses this?
Of course, Bomber's had multiple disappointing playoff runs throughout his SML career. Of course, there's a chance he loses it. Will he? I don't think so, but that's why they play the game.
So what's your score prediction, Mike? I know you're kind of a numbers guy. You know QB Stud. He's crunching the numbers king. What's the score going to be?
35-17, Philadelphia wins.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's close, and we got kickoff underway, by the way. As the ball is about to touch the leather here, kickoff is underway in Philadelphia as QB Stud's going to get the ball first in this playoff matchup. SML playoffs are back.
It's always a good feeling. Nothing that I'm super familiar with, but that's okay. I'm not going to hold that against y'all. It should be good to participate in my way by doing some commentary with you today, Prime.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Mike. And, obviously I'm hoping to finally not commentate a Super Bowl. It's been a while, so we'll see how that goes. But here we go. QB Stud lining up under center. Let's see what he does here this first play of the game. And he's going to just go ahead and hand it off to Kamara, who's going to get a few yards and maybe tear his ACL.
Yeah, I don't think QB is a good matchup for Bomber on this one because I know how his gameplay is, and I think he's going to have trouble excelling at the things he's good at because Bomber is decent at taking those things away. But Kamara for short gains is the first early down move almost all the time.
And it's interesting because Bomber's actually kind of schooled QB this cycle. Really owned him in a lot of games. So QB's first pass of the day is going to be a quick drag route. First down. Nice play there by QB.
Yeah, I think that's going to be vital for QB to have success today is getting the ball out quick and not trying to rely on the deep routes that he prefers. So if he can exploit Bomber and make his user get out of the way, that'll be a good sign for him moving forward.
So obviously Bomber struggled in the playoffs, but I feel like this would be the year where he might get on a run. 13 wins in a row. He's beat up on QB Stud. It just feels like this would be a good confidence builder to get a win here.
And it could also be a destructive end to what was otherwise a good season. So we'll see what happens. But QB's off to a hot start so far.
Nice corner route, by the way. As QB Stud moving the ball well. Man, 7-10. Should that even be illegal to make the playoffs?
Yeah, it should because that's how I'm going to make the playoffs eventually, hopefully. So I'm not going to go ahead and call that illegal right now because I need to take advantage of that later on.
I respect it. I respect Matt, by the way. As QB going back to the run here, I'm expecting, and he does. Nice cutback there.
You say nice cutback. I say he should have kept going out because there was more room that way.
There's a huge hole. I was just impressed by the running back's footwork. But yeah, his eyes weren't good, but his feet were.
We're used to that as Indianapolis Colts fans, so it's okay.
Yes. Oh, Bomber going zero blitz here. QB Stud. Not a fan. Let's see how he handles it. Could this be a zig route to the slot? He's looking.
Wow.
Nice, wide open, butt naked Alvin Kamara running down the sideline. And before I pronounce it wrong, the very quick shovel pass to a flat. Wow.
That was, I assume that was just a weird animation on a just bailout check down route, but it was cool to see. I appreciate that play.
It was Mahomes-esque.
Yeah.
Could be looking good, reading the defense well. Where he gets in trouble is he sometimes anticipates things incorrectly. It's nice cutback that time, and the Saints go marching into the end zone. Touchdown QB Stud, everybody.
Clearly, us in the booth here, we did not anticipate the touchdown there since we were judging QB a little bit early. But wow, what a start from QB
I'm
putting 7 on the board against Bomber.
slightly impressed.
I mean, this is the stuff that QB has in him. He knows how to win. He knows how to play. It's just he hasn't really put it together consistently so far this cycle, to be honest. But we'll see
Well,
what happens. There's
well,
still a lot of game to play.
here's something interesting. There has been 16 votes for Mad Bomber to win this game, 2 on QB Stud. 2 people thought he was going to win this game. Can you guess the 2?
One is not QB. He probably didn't pick himself. I would say, looking down our list, let's just throw out a Coop and a dump vote. I have no idea who this actually is, and I did not cheat and look.
It's Bean and Matt. And Matt actually on Total Access said watch out for QB. So this is why Matt's respectable, because he just kind of predicts this stuff. I don't know how he does it.
And you see, I almost said Matt, but I figure Matt's more of a guy that takes the chalk here with Bomber, so I didn't go as far as I should have.
Well, it's definitely interesting. These guys kind of they should be strutting their stuff if QB Stud wins this. This is a typical Bomber play though, the shake route and then the tight end out route here. I think he's going to cut out of it.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bomber, QB's defense isn't as good as a lot of people in the league, so I think he's going to have kind of his pick of the litter here in terms of what he runs and succeeds with.
So, and I know you hit on the nail or hit the nail on the head earlier with Bombers kind of had some frustrating playoff losses, Meats being one of them. Obviously, he got just destroyed by Meats last season. Now, this game against QB Stud, he's kind of predicted heavily to win. You would just like to see Bomber get a fast start to kind of make this a good game because you know the tensions are high on him.
We'll get a good indication here on this third down play whether that's going to be something he's feeling right now.
Yeah, good point there. Hurts is looking to throw, and he throws.
Wow.
And what a throw by Jalen Hurts. Tight window. Nicely done.
It was a throw, but it was read perfectly by QB. I don't, just going back to your point you just made there, I don't think it's necessarily about getting off to a hot start for Bomber. I think it's about consistently making QB make errors, because that's where QB has his big downfall this year in this cycle, is just consistently making the same mistake over and over again.
Yeah, he does. And in the passing game especially, is nice, quick, flat route there. Bomber does. He likes his flat routes. He likes his zig routes more than just about anybody in the league. And he ran one on that third down. It was bottled up, but he came off that read, and he went back up top. So, and now he's got a nice second and manageable. He can do just about anything here.
It's interesting to see QB locked in right now. He's playing a lot of linebacker currently. He was dabbling with safety almost all regular season, but now he seems like he's playing more in the box, which is interesting choice for him.
Counter run there. Do you like the counters?
I do not personally run them because my halfback is 84 speed or something like that. So it's not as effective for me, but I do think they are effective this year in Madden.
You know, a lot of people like those 0-1 trap plays nowadays.
Yeah, a certain owner in Detroit pretty much runs them exclusively, but you know, a lot of people do.
This is a Bomber classic.
Wow.
He throws, and that ball was nearly picked off. That would have been a touchdown if it was caught.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Bomber shook, but QB is kind of right where he needs to be, and he's just not getting paid off so far.
I feel bad for QB there.
Never feel bad for QB.
You know what? I take that back. I feel bad for that Saints defender.
There you go.
his Bombers, look, see, he got the zig route and the flat route. Now, that's a popular play. I think that's sail, tight end zig. Kind of tough to defend.
Yeah, but again, the story of the game is QB's defense is more or less where it should be. You're not going to really lose this way most of the time as long as you're not making mistakes on offense. So I think QB's happy with the performance so far.
Here we go. Big 3rd and 2. I'm surprised Bomber's not going to run this. If I'm Mad Bomber's OC, I'm calling a run. And this is why I'm not his OC. Big gain inside the 20-yard line. First down, Eagles.
I feel it's a spot where he can afford to not run it because it's probably 4-down territory no matter what when he's there. But I think he made a good read there and got the easy conversion.
It's got to be frustrating to be QB because you've actually kind of played decent defense. And now Bomber's inside the red zone. That's like the most frustrating thing to happen as they're driving downfield on you.
It's frustrating, but QB's going to have to keep his mental in check here because this is exactly what you expect to have the result. And he's had good, effort so far, and the results aren't there. But I think if he keeps the process, it'll work out in the end.
Oh, by the way, we got QP, Coop, RD in the chat. Noel is here, Faz. Double rice, no bean. Fellas, who do you think is going to win this game? Are you changing your vote? Let us know. As Hurts is back to throw. Corner route bottled up and just takes a sack there.
Yeah, it's pretty much the worst scenario outside of a turnover for Bomber there because he went from 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 9. So he's in a
Yeah.
spot where he has to get true yardage to even have a shot here to convert for a touchdown.
Yeah, I struggle inside the 10, 15 yard line right now, and it's really hard to convert in these situations, it seems like.
Yeah, you got to run those Dan plays that people love where there's just the weird, hitchy stuff that nobody
Yeah.
governs and you got to throw it within 0.04 nanoseconds of the
Yeah.
snap. I don't know how to do it either, but that's why I am commentating and not playing.
Yeah, I think the first step is you got to go to the Madden community files and download a certain playbook or something, and then from there you'll be all right. But regardless,
It it's not the Thanos Cup playbook.
no.
Those are all shot plays.
so so watch this seam route. This is a Bomber special seam slant underneath. Let's see what QB does. It's a slant underneath, and it's caught, and he's going to be gang tackled short. Oh, bad
Give him the
spot.
first.
Challenge it.
I think Bomber's going for it anyway, so I don't know if you risk a challenge here, but that was a good conversion for him.
Man, you've got to know that if you're QB stud. You've got to know Bomber loves that seam slant. He'll run it 3-4 times a game, especially in the red zone, and he just didn't have it guarded.
I think QB needs to play a little bit more aggressively. If you know that's coming and you know that's a concept he likes, then obviously it's one that you have to sit on very hard.
Bomber RPO. This is kind of a popular concept, and it's going to be a touchdown Eagles. We're gonna have a tie game here in a second, probably. Possibly.
Very well played from both teams. I give a 55-45 advantage to QB so far, just in terms of quality play both sides of the field, but good game so far.
Yeah, it is. Looking at this game, what do you think the betting spread is now, and how much do you think Monty's put on it?
Monty's already homeless, so I don't know how much he could really put on it at this point in time, but the spread should be still in Bomber's favor, despite the fact that QB has probably outplayed him a little bit. And I think that's fair. So I'd probably say 3.5 to Bomber.
Interesting. Bomber does have home field advantage. Number 2 seed, QB stud. Keep this in mind. 7th seed, 7-10. 7-10. If he wins, he punches a ticket to Green Bay.
I'm sure he's looking forward to that.
Oh, I think we all are. So here we go. Back to throw. He got the drag route. He throws. Whoa! What the heck was that? That was a bad read.
That was a terrible read and terrible throw from QB, but I do commend him for altering his game plan because this is not the same QB I played in the regular season yet. He still has his tendencies that he will certainly rely on, but so far he's shaken it up a little bit.
Yeah, that was a. I would like to see him just take the check down, but QB stud throws a lot of interceptions. He just does. I'm expecting one soon. A little power row, I think, or counter. Nice little cut back there. Big 3rd down now.
3rd and 7, though. QB's got the plays for it, but he's also, again, he likes to gamble sometimes and throws things that he thinks should be open that are not. So we'll see if he has 7 yards in right here.
Yeah, second quarter here. Both teams have only had the ball once, other than this drive. This is the second drive for the Saints. Let's see here what old Johnson does.
That's the halfback.
We'll see. Well, he's Bomber's got it covered. He's throwing. Oh, double coverage. Awful decision there. He's punting.
I think he was looking at Kamara there, but Bomber did a good job taking it away early and then coming back. But yeah, really risky pass to Troutman, and QB's going to punt.
I think that was a film study by Bomber because he immediately went to the running back. Then he backed off him and went to the tight end. And like he knew exactly what was happening, and QB just didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I've played QB a lot, obviously, since he has a obsession with me. I kind of called halfback at the start of the play, and I think he was looking at it, but it's a good adjustment for Bomber there to take it away.
So Bomber going now under center here. He's going to hand it off to his running back, and he's going to
get Gainwell.
Yeah, Gainwell. What do you think about these numbers? NFL's their rules changed on numbers. Now running backs are like 14 and it's 12 and stuff. Would you like it or dislike it?
What are you talking about?
NFL number rules, where how these different skill players can now wear different numbers. Like you see running backs at 14 and stuff. I don't like it.
I don't care. I don't think it matters. I'm not a traditionalist. I don't think that those things really impact anything as long as people aren't changing names and things like that all the time.
Yes, or hand position or handedness. Nice run there by Gainwell again.
Bomber's in control. I think he's kind of took that first drive to settle himself in. Now I think we're going to see more of the Bomber that we expected moving forward.
Yeah, yeah. I think QB got boned a little bit that drive, but hey, it Madden giveth and it taketh away, and there'll be a point where Bomber gets boned. So we'll see. A nice little jet sweep here, spinning and winning, getting 9 yards.
I don't see why everybody doesn't completely crash on that motion every time. I think that 90% of the time in this year's Madden, people are handing it off there. So I feel like you have to crash hard there.
Yeah, it's especially against Bomber. He's got his tendencies, and that's one of them. Is he's another run? I think this is 3 or 4 runs in a row now. So I'm expecting a pass here next play.
You notice QB was on the safety there. He's playing reactionary football here. He goes defending the outside after a couple outside runs, and now he's on the safety trying to take that away.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. As Bomber, this is the Bomber play. Watch the zig first. He loves his zigs. This is like his fourth one he's called, but hasn't completed one yet. He throws it this time. It's open. QB, I don't know how you leave that open. Gun dice or single back dice slot, zig route. Bomber loves it all the time.
Yeah, Devonta Smith running that's a little unfair. He did have two defenders in the area, but their zone depths probably weren't appropriate for what he was doing. I think with Bomber, you have to kind of play shallow, and if he gets you deep, then he gets you deep. But I think most of the time he's looking for that quick, 8 yard cat pass.
Yeah, it's he's a quick passer. He is when he's winning, he's throwing it quick. And here's the seam route now. Yeah, it's just a matter of Bomber's got a few routes he likes. It's the quick zigs, it's the quick seams and the slant underneath it. I mean, and then he runs it. There's not a whole lot of diversity there. I think that might be some of the reason why he struggled later in the playoffs as of late. But hey, it's tough to guard sometimes.
Yeah, and you see right now, Bomber's got QB all mixed up. He's a play behind every time. He's playing reactionary defense, like I said. QB's really got to kind of bunker down and get back on track here.
Here we go. He's gonna play fake QB on the out route here. I gotta look back at that zone coverage he had. We're gonna watch an instant replay here in a second. I feel like QB's user is going the same spot where there's another guy, and like you said, he just seems a little off this defensive series. I'm worried.
Yeah, I think he needs to have more pregame study as of what we're seeing right now. Bomber has adjusted appropriately, but QB is just kind of, like I said, a step behind right now. Plenty of game left. He can still get the ball back before half to get some points on the board. But this one is a really good statement drive from Bomber.
Yeah, Bomber looking good this drive. Really getting whatever he wants. Just drink a glass of chocolate milk here, and Bomber's coming up under center. He's got that zig route built in again, and he's got a little high-low read here. Let's see if he sticks with it. He does stick with it. QB on the zig, on the corner. Bomber forced to throw it away. Interesting time. I would guess he's going to kick it.
Yeah, I think he got a kick here. Great defense by QB. I thought that the zig would be open pre-snap, but he made a good made things happen.
I think he's going for it, Mike.
Wow.
This is interesting.
I think this early in the game you have to take points. 3 points to 3 points, advantage is advantage, and especially since
He's
QB's probably not scoring in a minute 32. So I'm glad to see that cooler heads prevailed there.
Wow, I'm one of the more aggressive guys in the league when it comes to fourth downs and 2-point conversions. But if you start finding yourself not immediately knowing a play to go to on fourth down, like Bomber did, he was starting to hesitate and he didn't really know what to call. You got to kick it. You just have to know. You have to know what play you're going to use if you're gonna go for it.
I love your very appropriate claim of 2-point conversions, as I'm doing air quotes.
Yes.
That's not exactly how I would describe them, but good for you.
Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it.
Here we go. Is QB getting points before the half?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
We're putting what's the spread on that? I'm saying he's gonna field goal. I don't know what the odds are, but I'm betting 50 virtual imaginary dollars on it.
I think he's going 3 and out or throwing a pick.
Dang. All right. Let's see what happens. He's gonna go ahead and hand it off. Cuts back, breaks a tackle. Well, he can't go 3 and out now. Now he can either fumble it, throw a pick, or good point.
I still think there's good money on the throwing a pick here. He might get too aggressive trying to get some seamy, posty stuff, and Bomber will be there for it.
Let's see here. A minute left here in the second quarter. He's got the running back, and he takes it. Quick pass, get out of bounds. He does. Late hit. They don't call it.
It's Philadelphia. It's a home crowd. You can't call that there.
Yeah, you don't want to get stabbed after the game if you're a ref. Um, I see Coop calling it as well. He's like, hey, Eagles are going to get a turnover here soon. Everybody's kind of predicting QB to kind of unravel.
It's not about unraveling. It's just about the fact that he has his vices and he goes to them conveniently often.
It's unfortunate. I guess depending on who you are. Here we go.
Yeah, there's your see me stuff.
Oh, you got it. What a throw, I guess. First down.
I think that's the one he'll get there. It was a good catch. I still don't know if that's a great pass, but QB is going to lean on the I let it inside, and despite the fact that I threw it right to the safety.
Was that your QB? Was that your QB impression there? I heard it kind of seep through that. I let it inside a little bit. I kind of like that.
You'll notice every time with QB, he's talking about where he's trying to place a pass, and
yes,
that's fair, but at the same time, it doesn't defend the decision.
Yes, I like it. Let's see here. Bomber hard flatten outside. QB airing it out. Ball high, ball deep. What a throw. That's a touchdown. Holy cow.
I think Bomber got in trouble going for an interception instead of a swat, maybe. I can't think of any other reason why that was a completion there.
You know what? That throw. You know who that reminded me of in real life? Russell Wilson. That ball hung up in that air and just dropped in a bucket. What a freaking throw.
This might be one of those magical games for Johnston and the quarterback for the Saints. Maybe he's just got the juice today. I don't know.
Now, some people might call that lucky. Listen, QB stud in reality should have had 14 points on a pick six. So, Madden giveth and it taketh away. Each play's tic-tacky. I get that. But more often than not, good and bad plays go towards each player. You just got to persevere and make the best of your opportunities.
Yeah, I think the outcome was fair. I just think that Bomber maybe had a wrong input there that led to it.
Faz is trying to. A Bomber would have thrown a pick there if he got that pass off. By the way, QB was all over that. But
I think.
Go on, sorry.
I think if you're Bomber, you just kind of run the ball and get to half at this point. It's been a kind of a bad ending and don't want to make it worse.
He was getting the animation where the circle was going right to two defenders. He's lucky he got sacked. And QB's Faz is trying to attack QB, saying high passes, but he's saying, you know what? He's imagining that QB cheesed, and I'm all for that. Bomber looking to throw, and now QB stud could possibly, if he wanted to, try to block a punt or something if Bomber doesn't convert this.
No, I think smart move here is just run the ball. QB probably won't take a timeout, but you never know. Just such low probability plays here, no matter what anybody calls.
It is. Yeah, QB backing off wisely. Bomber's got to be very careful here. You can very easily lose this game in this little interaction. He's looking. He's hit. Oh God, does not fumble it. QB does take a timeout.
I don't know where the wind's at. Maybe he's got wind coming at his face or something.
QB and stuff coming at his face. And Bomber angles his punt. Now, this could take yardage off of, and there's 8-mile-an-hour wind against Bomber. So, depending on where this goes. Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Oh, he fumbles it. QB, what are you doing?
I think if you just fair catch that, you have a shot at a field goal. I don't know what the decision was.
This is long. 8-mile-an-hour against Bomber. I don't think he's got a chance here, but maybe.
What a miscalculation from QB.
It's long. No way he makes this. Bomber takes a timeout.
Get a Hail Mary shot.
This has been a freaking crazy last minute and a half here.
Yeah, we still have a whole half left, too.
What could go wrong in a half?
Everything.
Yes. So Bomber should just call a Hail Mary here. And is he going to line up to kick this? What's he doing? Dude, you just call some streaks and...
He's putting his 98 throw power quarterback
in. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I tell my running back to block here, and I'm just telling my tallest receiver just to go deep.
Telling every receiver to go deep.
Yeah, that too. I would have had a running back in to block personally, but
Oh, he's got him. Wow.
What a play there. And what was QB calling there on defense? You have, yeah, it was cover
It's,
three, I think it
it's
was.
cover three shell something.
You're at the 40, 50-yard line. Why not go prevent? He had 1 second left.
That's probably the best move as long as he doesn't go cover four. I think any option's good outside of maybe a zero, but
Yeah. I guess my
cover
issue with
three not
cover
the great option.
my issue with cover three there is it's pretty much man to man outside, and you can get mossed. But hey, whatever. It's a 14-10 ball game.
It worked out for him. Bomber gets kick here though, so he's going to be getting the ball to start the half.
Exciting.
Gets to kind of go back out and see if he can fix what went wrong that last drive.
So yeah, Bomber can kind of settle down now. I mean, he was running the ball a lot earlier. Last drive, he got pass happy, and when you start having to see Bomber throw intermediate passes, that's when he struggles a little bit, and he had to punt. So now he can get back to kind of his offense, and he should be okay.
Yeah, he's got to get back into control on the offensive side. He was getting a little bit too aggressive to end the half, and I think that showed. But Kenneth Gainwell's having a good game so far at 6.0 yards per carry.
And Tiny says there's a KJ picture on the line. I missed what that was about.
Oh boy, I don't know if we want to know. Let's keep that private, I suppose.
We might be interested.
I would like to say that Prime does not speak for the
No,
booth.
don't speak for all of us, Mike.
Oh boy.
So Bomber back past midfield now. See, when he's running the ball and he's definitely, obviously, I mean, it's cliche, but if you can run the ball, you're going to be a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much consistent no matter what game you're doing, but this one's a big important one, and QB's not exactly
Dig
great
and
against the
go.
run.
This is the Bomber Classic. He's got the zig built in again. He's going to have the zig. He throws the zig, and he's going to get a lot of yards and a face mask.
I don't know how it works with this play, but I think if he maybe fakes it there, he might have the go portion,
Yeah.
since that cleared out pretty quick.
Yeah.
But either way, that was like 40 yards, so I think he'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, you throw a 6-yard route that turns into 40. Nice deal there for Bomber, who's really hitting them shallow routes, and QB just leaving them open.
And QB's going to go man coverage here. I think that's interesting choice for Bomber's preference in throwing, but we'll see if it works.
And it's caught to the running back again on a flat. It's interesting. QB really just content with Bomber when he's calling zone coverage, getting those flat routes. But hey, I mean, he's leading this game right now.
Plenty of time left, though. It's one of those things where if this feels like somebody's going to make a big mistake somewhere.
Yeah, they've actually been pretty clean offensively.
You say that, but there's also been several misplays for the defense.
Yes. Let's see here. If Bomber needs to just run it again.
I think Bomber needs to run it again should be the story of the rest of this game.
Yes. 4 minutes, 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Let's see what happens here. Hurts is going to hand it off. He's going to get the first down. He's going to get down to the 6-yard line, and this is when it's kind of tough to score for some people. I'm not going to say who, but Bomber trying to take the lead.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what QB was calling there.
Don't call us Bomber.
I guess he just thought he was running inside zone, and that was it.
I am really nervous for this play call. This is Bomber's going to shoot himself in the foot if he snaps this ball. I'm convinced of it. He snapped the ball. And he got his guy wide open. What do I know? That's going to be a touchdown, Eagles.
Come on, brother. He was in man coverage. That play's a man beater all day.
QB should have known what was coming. He should have, and he didn't. And it's a touchdown for the Eagles.
I was trying to give credit to our SML greatest champion Prime with his pre-snap judgment there, not cut in. But boy, that one looked like a touchdown the whole way to me.
Listen, if I'm QB stud, I'm all over that. But I guess, I'm thankful I'm not QB stud for many reasons, actually.
QB's been too passive on defense. Like I said, I mean, if he's crashing hard on the halfback, maybe he takes it away and forces something ugly, but he's been too passive this most of the game.
Yeah, sometimes if you come out in a defense that looks, and then you take away the first read, then guys will seize up, like you said, get sacked, not have a second read. But hey, QB, just let him walk in. Big drive now for the Saints.
Yeah, he's got to answer here. He got to get at least a field goal to make himself pull even, but we'll see what happens.
He's going to hand it off. Both of these guys getting back to the run there. I'm liking it.
You're liking it, but it's also something where you should start assuming something's happened. I think QB's ran with Kamari first snap pretty much every play, so we'll see if that keeps up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking maybe PA here. Let's see if he can identify another man blitz. If I want to go PA now, I would do a quick pass here to man beater. He's audibling. Oh, he PAs. Why would you PA? See, I just got done saying you can't PA here after you see the man blitz, and then he takes a 6-yard sack.
It's those edge blitzes. You figure QB would be used to it after playing a year with freaking QP in Tampa, who does nothing but edge blitzes all the time. But
Wow.
yeah, well, that just means that QB is not paying attention.
Yeah, I mean that's bad. Long developing play action pass against an edge blitz is just asking to kill yourself. As now
Right.
he's back to throw. Quick pass to the running back. That's what he should have done last play, and he gets popped. Big 3rd and 11 now.
Third and manageable-ish. You got 11 yards if you call the right play, but QB's really been set back from that sack.
Yeah, that was just an awful play call. He knew what it was coming. He just made a boneheaded call.
Yeah, he got greedy. It's one of those where you see that line up and you think, okay, if this guy can hold the block for literally any time at all, it's probably a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I agree. He can maybe hit an out route here to number 13, Thomas. He's making checks. Man, he's back to throw. He's got to throw this ball. Oh, just missed it.
He missed it, but I don't know what he was going for there. It seems like everything was locked up. You, I'm with you. I think I would have had something with Mike Thomas on the left side, but he was bringing Mike Thomas back inside. So that's a
Yeah.
tough one. Tough result for QB there.
And Bomber steps out of bounds. It was close. Good punt there. Hey, look, it's still a one-score game unless the Bomber gets a touchdown. So this game could come down to the wire.
It's going to. I think Bomber, even if he gets a touchdown here, QB feels okay about it because he's still got a half left. And while offensive possessions have been at a premium, it's a spot where anything can happen. You can still have a mistake from any of these guys as Bomber breaks free for big games.
Yeah, he does. And Faz hit it in the chat. I seen that too. Bomber actually abandoned his assignment on 3rd down. I think it was either tight end maybe or fullback maybe. Just he had the first down if you read it right. But regardless, Bomber back in business.
Bomber needs to get he's going to want to get a touchdown here just to kind of give himself some room to breathe as he makes a mistake and gets sacked.
Now look at this here. If Bomber does what he's typically doing, we're going to watch an instant replay. The flat's there. The flat is there all day. Look at R1 here. QB's backing his guys off 10 yards. You hit that, you pick up an easy 6, 10, whatever. QB is just not playing the flats.
I think it's a spot where he wanted that seam and he was waiting for it to clear. And then when it did, he was too late.
Yeah, look at the seams and zigs here.
Wow, he has shot with square.
And he throws a dig route. He's short by a yard.
3rd and 1, though. I think if you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to be here. So I think Bomber's in a good spot.
Yeah, huge play because technically has to punt it even if he can't get this yard here because I think the rules from the 45s. Ugh. Let's see here. He's going to go ahead and hand it off, and he's going to get hit.
Wow.
But he gets enough.
Go for it. Wow. What a terrible outcome for QB.
Man. Do you punt this, though, if you're a Bomber? No,
you go for it. You go for it every time. You just got a gift. You don't throw that gift away.
These guys, is Bomber going to call some motion flat route play? I hope not. Okay, he's just going to run it. Let's see if QB can stop it. It's a handoff.
Wow.
And he gets him. He's blown up, stonewalled, stuffed, trounced, toppled, tackled, whatever you want to call it. The Saints have the ball.
Great play by QB. Nothing wrong with that.
That was a good user.
I couldn't do that if I had 10 tries.
Game changer. Possibly. I mean, QB still has to score. He's going to hand it off on first down. to start
Shocking.
The drive. Yeah. It's like, who was the Chargers coach that used to do that? I think it was Schottenheimer or something. I guess he used to, 1st and 2nd down, pretty much call a run.
I mean, if you have LaDainian Tomlinson, that seems okay to me.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Hey, we're entering the fourth quarter. Kind of low scoring third quarter.
It was. This game's definitely a lot tighter than I expected, but maybe they got 35 points in the fourth quarter here.
Yeah, it's and Bomber now playing backed off coverage here. Now Preston changing his mind.
Wow.
He threw that. I can't believe he threw that. Bomber baited him right into that one.
QB is living and dying on those spec catch attempts.
Yeah, he is. He tried moonballing. Bomber, what he did, he alluded to Preston, but he's playing over the top the whole time. And if your cornerback's fast enough, you're not going to get beat. And just baited him into it. Lucky I wasn't picked.
Yeah. Third and four for QB, though. He needs that conversion here.
He could hit a quick out route on the left side if he wanted it. Easy to throw. Man, he has it. God. Oh, my God.
That quick out was there.
It was.
He needs to get tuned into our chat here so that he can get that information because that was...
Bombers leaving those at the outsides open. Long kick here. Easy to block. These long ones, it seems like Madden really promotes blocks on them. No animation here, and QB's kick is end over end, and it is good. And boy, oh boy, Mike, could we be seeing overtime?
I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, we got 7 minutes left. But
yeah, true.
Speaking of kicks, what are your thoughts on the drastic missed kick last night from Mr. Fig Newton in Tennessee?
Dude. I felt bad for the little fella, but you know what? He probably deserved it.
I agree. Could have changed the course of history, but I think he got exactly what he deserved.
Hey, I got to play an easy first round, so I'm content with it.
Yeah, I bet you are.
So it's never. I don't take much pride in who I beat. It's just that I win. So I'm not one of those guys that gets some achievement off of beating certain members. Oh, he forces an out route. Oh, that was covered that time.
I think if you're Bomber and you see this front, I understand what he's going for there, but I don't think that was a good, smart decision. I think you have to change your play calling if QB's going to lean heavily on man right now, and he's not doing it so far.
Man, when these guys throw these passes, I legit kind of tense up, and my butt kind of literally tightens up as I sit up in my chair when they get close to being intercepted. I don't know if you're the same way, but my butt
here we go.
Really tight. Oh, yep, gun tight. Speaking of tight, here we go.
He's on it. He's on it.
He's got it covered. Oh, that would have been pick 2. Do you know where he was throwing that? Circle.
Oh, boy.
Let's look at this replay. Watch circle here as Hurts is the ball shows right before he gets hit where it would have gone, and I'm pretty sure that would have been picked. Lucky.
Yeah, this is a tale of two halves once again. The first time QB was a step behind, now Bomber seems to be a step behind.
He does.
So we'll see if they can adjust.
Is QB blitzing off that edge? I can't tell. Oh, never mind. He's playing off.
QB pretty much never blitzes. It's probably not.
Bomber going to an out route. Let's see if. Oh man, he's gonna look at that out route. It's gonna be.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna be caught.
If I'm QB, I'm a little bit sick there, just because you have the coverage, you're right there, but it's just a great play from a superstar quarterback.
What a play! Yeah, Fast said both these guys maybe Bomber getting a little shaky as this game goes on. Man, I'm nervous as he's handing it off. Big tackle there.
Yeah, QB seems to be a little bit better when he's playing inside the box with his Dan backer.
What a game!
17 carries, 107 yards for Kenneth Gainwell, though. That's a good game.
Seems like he hasn't really had much the last quarter and a half, or quarter, I guess.
It's just been sloppy play from Bomber. He's just not as crisp as you would expect him to be for the playoffs, but maybe that's just how Bomber is. Who knows?
Hey, guess what he's going to call here? He's got
the infamous Bomber play.
Got a zig. Let's see if he throws it.
It's open.
And he's got the zig. QB stud! Listen, dude. Guard the freaking zig routes. Come on, man.
You know the hilarious irony of this? I think if Bomber's calling those plays when he's actually in man coverage, it's probably a touchdown because the go is going to get open. But just off balance a little bit.
Here we go. 3rd and 2. Big play. QB. All over it, maybe.
Oof.
Oh, another tight spot. I might think about challenging that one. I don't know. You don't want to lose a timeout, though.
It's 4 down territory no matter what, so I think you just live with that.
Holy cow. QB just content with letting Bomber have those zigs. And Bomber content with just calling them.
think if unless you're committed to playing very shallow on your flats, you just got to live with it if they come out and take away everything else. But it's kind of personal preference in terms of what you want to defend.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
Yeah, he had either drag route open there. He took that one, and oh, he stop and go, pop and go, and he gets another 10 yards. So I'm looking at this clock. I like playing the clock a lot when I play. Um, and if Bomber plays this right, he might be able to shoot quite a bit off here.
Potentially, but I don't think there's any chance that he's taking it all. So I don't think I'm as concerned because if I give up another score, I want to have time left to score myself.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually upping the tempo here.
So yeah, Bomber moving the ball now well with his stick skills. Now 3:46 left, ball 25. You can't take off. I don't think you can take the whole clock off, especially 3 timeouts.
We're in for a wild finish, though. I think even after Bomber scores here, no matter what happens, QB's going to have a shot, and we might see some fireworks. I wonder if it comes down to a 2 point conversion.
Oh, I would like that. Here we go. I did predict overtime early in this game. Here we go.
Run for Gainwell. Nice.
I think Bomber turned conservative on, so we're not going to see a whole lot of moves now.
That's a smart move. QB was a very, very firm supporter of the strip earlier on in the season. It's kind of gone on less because I think there's fair give and take there. But I think conservative here is a smart move no matter what.
Yeah. Clock now to underneath 3 minutes. Somebody's going to be upset after this game. Somebody's going to wish they had won. Who will it be? Nobody's made the big mistake yet throwing the ball. Quick out route, caught out of bounds. It's tough to get touchdowns from inside the 15. QB's going to have a chance no matter what.
What another throw from Jalen Hurts. I think the Bomber knows his bread and butter there with the quick out. Jalen seems to be able to hit that perfectly, so I as well keep going for it if QB's going to back off all the time.
Let's see here. What does Bomber call? I wasn't looking. It's a run.
Yeah. Wow. Oof.
And he gets just bottled up there. And now with the 2 minute warning at QB's back, he can make Bomber run another play and the clock can get stopped after that. So really, QB has a chance here if he can hold him to 3 to win this game.
Oh yeah, if you're a QB stud, you feel okay here because you're gonna get the ball back no matter what. It's a spot of whether it's down 3 or down 7.
Seam underneath that. You see that? It's not a slant this time. It's a drag, but same concept. Inside the 15. Oh, he's checking out of it. Maybe. Yeah, he's going back to a read option. Interesting. A little conservative here. I like this. I like his first call. Yeah, I didn't like that run there. I didn't like that play call.
I wish you would have called something a little bit more aggressively. Like even if you want to run it, just run the QB wrap with Jalen Hurts. Just chop off that cheese play there. Just get out of the way. So I think that you can probably get a good gain out of that.
Big moment in this game, Mike. Bombers played well. Hasn't turned the ball over yet. He's got some crossers on the field.
Hate this play call.
I don't know. I don't like it either. The Bomber isn't historically great at plays like this. This isn't really him. We'll see what happens.
I think he wants Gainwell.
Oh, QB going man though.
Wow.
Oh, and he just busts up the middle. QB, what are you calling, dude?
Wow.
That was an awful play call.
I think if I'm QB, I feel a little bit robbed there, but at the same time, he gave it a chance. He read his reads and nothing was open. It was kind of how we expected it looking at it pre-snap. Neither of us liked the play for obvious reasons, and it played out how you would expect, I suppose. But a big, big touchdown for Bomber there.
The thing is, and that was a quick, maybe a touch early to run there, but everything was pretty much covered up. Man, I don't like when you go man like that and there's nobody around. I mean, it's just easy just to run right up the middle and gain those yards.
Now, I've learned to put a spy there just to give myself a shot.
Especially in that moment like that.
Yeah. Here we go. QB's got the ball and a chance to get a touchdown to tie it. I think that if he does tie it, we will see a 2-point attempt.
That would be fun. He got a zig out of his own, and he just gets sacked instead.
Yeah, that's QB looking at one receiver the entire time, and it didn't work out for him.
He just had the zig and the running back flat. Yeah, I think he put the running back on a route of his own, and then he didn't even throw it to him.
Still a minute and a half left. Second 18 really needs a big conversion here just to give himself a chance on third down, but we'll see what happens. This has not been QB's game so far on that front.
A minute 26 left in this game. I don't know how you dig yourself out of this. Let's see.
Got him right there. Oh, wow. What a.
Oh my goodness. Well, if that was a good play, that was a good switch on the receiver and cut off the DB type of play there.
I'm amazed that he went to Olave there, and I don't know what would happen if he went to the other guy that I thought he should have gone to. Bomber was peeling off onto him, but what a catch from Olave.
That was good. Well, he got himself out of that hole. Let's see if QB tries forcing a streak up.
What was that?
Running back. Why would you throw that? Choke job. Choke job. Hard. Holy cow. He had the running back wide open. Refuses to throw the flats.
I don't know what he was going for there. I'm not surprised. I've said it from the first whistle of the game. Seams and posts are QB's thing. I don't know what he saw. It was nothing.
Yeah. That was bad.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say maybe he hit the wrong button or something.
He can take some timeouts here, maybe get the ball back with 15 seconds left or something.
Wow. Well, it was a good game to watch. We still should probably get one possession, maybe a couple heaves down to the end zone, but this game was a good fun one. It did come down to somebody making a mistake late. I think both were pretty even in terms of what Madden gave them, so I think it was kind of overall fair. Yeah, but the better guy won so far as of right now, if this result holds.
Yeah, Bomber has played better. See, he's gonna hand it off and get tackled. Clock ticking down. I would just run this here.
So QB's looking at about what, 12 seconds or so?
Yeah, this game's over.
He's gonna have one shot at the end zone. We'll see what happens here with Bomber.
If you got one shot, one opportunity.
Calm down, Rap God.
Knees weak, arms are heavy. What will happen? Will Bomber throw this year? No way, right?
Nah, he's going with
jet pass. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind calling the jet pass. The only thing you get nervous of is a hit stick and he fumbles or something.
Is this some big reversal nonsense?
Yep.
No. Oh, he's got him.
Oh, big hit there. Nice defense actually. Now I would go for a pump block and just try to do something.
I think either way you're looking at one wow, what is he doing? Oh, he's holding it the entire time. Okay.
I don't even do that if I'm Bomber because when you hold it like this, it automatically will snap it at 3 seconds on the play clock. And I know, I mean, it's tic-tacky and there's probably not enough time anyway, but I'm taking a timeout with 1 second left.
Me too. I'm taking as much time out of the clock as I can. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
I'm a weirdo with the clock. So now the ball gets snapped automatically. I don't know about all that.
You gave QB free 3 seconds.
So, and QB's going to get popped here. Oh, he breaks the tackle. It does get hit, not as hard as I thought he was going to.
And you got to get something outside to get a little bit closer and then one heave to the end zone. See what QB's got.
So Bomber's played a good game. He's ran his offense. He hasn't strayed away from it. And that's what you do. You go by your identity. Here we go.
Wow.
That was really, did he really just do that?
You see on the left side there, I think Michael Thomas has, not Michael Thomas, but the guy in the slot has a chance for the seam, and he did not even consider it.
I don't know how you throw a 8-yard end route when you know if you get tackled, the clock's going to chew off anyway. Like, there's no logic behind or IQ behind that throw.
I'm with you there. I think as it was developing, I think he wanted the corner to the tight end to get out and get closer to the Hail Mary spot. But at that point, as it played out, I think I'm just going to the deep ball and see what happens.
Yeah,
good game to both guys. I think it was a fair outcome.
It was. Good game. Bomber deserved it, and he got it. The Eagles are advancing. They are now in the divisional round, and we'll find out who he plays. Guys, thanks for watching. That was Mike FML. I'm Prime Time, and until next time.